Yo, it's your boy Carbon. Welcome to another fantastic Monday morning. I have, with lack of a better word, I've been kind of busy, but not busy enough to finally get in some no HESI runs, trying to get on that leaderboard. Today's video is, it's the full length run. I'm not going to commentate the whole time. The video is like 13 fucking minutes, but this is my new personal best. I have decided that this Honda Civic is basically my new go-to vehicle. I've tried some others. They released a new GT350 Ford that sounds amazing. It's supposed to be really good handling for a Mustang, basically built to cut through traffic, and I was enjoying it. But as soon as I got back in the Civic and I put on, this camera mode, it really makes me, understand how close I can get to these cars. I find when I'm in the first person view or even behind the car, the third person view does help a lot as well, but this view specifically lets me get up and close behind the cars, especially when you start coming to these two lanes. And I started running a new route for this track starting at the southbound. I used to take the second exit after the tolls, but now I just run all the way up the highway until it just turns into a 2-lane, and then you make the first 3 left exits, and then you make a right exit back onto the 3-lane. And this was almost the first time I had done this. Close. It was very close. I had a couple other runs before this one that I got a little further on, but less points. But once I switched to this camera mode, I was able to get a higher multiplier a lot faster, and I was able to get into the 5 million points when I would normally get into like the 4 million points at the end of the 3-lane. Before this run, I was still driving the Civic, but it was raining out, which is, for the most part, it's really cool until you start to get into the third person mode or even this mode, and sometimes the rain droplets will accrue on the screen, and it'll hide a car from you, and then you think you're about to pass a car, but then the car you thought you were about to pass was actually a lot closer than you anticipated, and you end up hitting it, and it can get annoying. So what I usually end up doing when it starts raining now is that, I could just turn the rain effects off, but I really do like the immersion of the rain. But now I'll just go onto the hood view, which is also a great camera mode, and that will completely get rid of the raindrops on the screen. Like I said, I could just turn the rain off. I just don't feel like it. I like the immersion. I was also fucking around with a few other cars just to see how the handling is. Now this Civic, although it isn't the fastest car, it's not going 200 mile an hour, but I don't know what people are going 200 mile an hour almost consistently on the heavy tracks. Sorry, not the heavy tracks, the heavy traffic. Because with these no HESI servers, you have 2 options. You have either the light traffic or the heavy traffic. Now, obviously with light traffic, you can go a hell of a lot faster, but there's less cars to pass. So it's kind of like a middle ground. Well, you can go slower and get a less speed boost and pass more cars, or you can go faster, pass less cars, and hopefully your speed will even that out. So it's kind of a preference, what kind of car you want to drive, what kind of style of driver are you? Are you an automatic? Are you a paddle shifter? Are you a manual driver? Personally, I'm a manual driver. It does seem like a lot of the cars in no HESIs are manual, but with paddle shifting. And to me, I'm not the biggest fan. I really do like the manual driving. There's just something to it. But I was trying like the 911 GT3 RS. I was trying a Dodge Viper. Like I said, I was driving that Mustang, a GT350. Went back and tried the Nissan Skyline a little bit. And I have to say, after every car that I drive, although they're all great cars, none of them are really bad cars to try to get on the leaderboard. Like I said, some are just preference. I find myself going back to the Civic over and over again. It looks great. It feels great. It sounds great. It's small enough to where it can weave through traffic pretty good. It does have a little bit of a wide body. Sorry I don't have a camera view of the car, but I'm not trying to go for content here. I'm trying to go for my personal best and leaderboards. And one of the things that's kind of annoying right now is on the no HESI Discord. Usually there's a leaderboard channel, and you can just click a button and it'll tell you where you are on the leaderboard. It's not working right now. The game does tell you which position you're in, though, but I do want to try to get to that top 20 position. And I've been watching a lot of videos of people that can reach like 100 million, and it takes them like an hour, hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours for the top people. And that's pure focus for 2 hours. There is no pausing in this game. You cannot pause. It is constant. Now, every once in a while, and even myself, I'll do it. I'll take what's called like a rolling break. And as long as I'm above 60 mile an hour, I'll be able to keep my multiplier. So sometimes I'll just like cruise down to like 70 or 80 and I'll like hit my vape or take a drink. But you really have to prepare yourself. Well, you know, if you have to take a piss, you're kind of screwed. It's either give up to run or fucking hold it. And then I myself have the problem of owning 2 cats. Now, having 2 cats itself isn't a problem, but having 2 cats that want attention 24/7 is annoying, because I got my hands on the steering wheel, the shifter, and my cats are jumping up on my lap, and it's not like I can turn and like push them off my lap or anything, you know, like I'm steering, I'm shifting. You know, it's like I basically just have to deal with it, and it can happen out of nowhere. You know, you're staring at your monitor, all of a sudden cat just jumps on you, kind of gives you a little bit of a scare. And speaking of scare, I actually just reorganized like my entire desk setup and like where it's located. Where it was located before, I actually had my back to my front door, and I've been playing and watching some like scary games, and that's been fucking with me a bit, because I do have a highway nearby, and sometimes people will drive by with like you know, like they have bass in their car, like they have subwoofers, and that subwoofers, depending on, you know, the beat or how loud it is, it almost sounds like somebody's walking up my stairs outside. It almost shares like the same pitch and frequency, and it freaks me the fuck out. And sometimes my cats will find things to scratch. You know, they have scratching posts all over the place, or they'll play with each other, they'll play with toys, and it'll make noises that freaks me out, and it makes me think that somebody is outside. So I had to change my desk up. I had to put my front door within view of my eye line just to give myself some peace of mind. And I shouldn't really have an issue with having my back to my back door. I do have security cameras, and I do have notifications to when somebody does show up within a camera, so I actually know when somebody's at my place before they even get all the way up the stairs. Yeah, I got everything reorganized, rewired, wire managed, and I should be able to get some more videos up here soon. This past week or so, there's been a lot going on within my life. Not really much to share, nothing crazy interesting, but I should be able to get some more videos out here soon, just for my own again, peace of mind, I guess is the right word. I do like creating, I do like playing games, I do like being able to share stuff. In a way, my YouTube channel is turning into like, you know, a photo album. It's becoming like a record of memories of, you know, things I've accomplished, things I've done, you know, people I've met, a lot of games that, you know, I thought I didn't like anymore, but then you go back and you watch a video of you playing it and you're like, man, it kind of inspires you to play a game a little bit, you know? Like recently I started playing Red Dead Redemption. I'm not streaming it or anything. I'm simply just enjoying the game. You know, I might stream it here eventually, but it's one of those games I can just, you know, play, but like watch a streamer, or, you know, like one of my favorite streamers at the same time in the background, or have like a, you know, a movie or YouTube going. You know, I find myself really starting to like a lot of these, you know, story player games that I don't have to worry about recording or anything like that. I can just enjoy it. And I've also been doing a lot of research on different games that are going to be coming out here soon, or games that have come out and are going to be getting some crazy ass updates. And now it brought me back to the days where I would do research on like Call of Duty games, you know, and like the updates and just do all that stuff. And it was only because I was interested in it and I found myself, you know, researching. And then I would just, you know what, fuck it, I'll share it. And the next thing you know, I had views. You know, I stopped doing that, but if I'm doing it again, I might want to share some of the stuff that I've been finding, because, you know, there's some interesting stuff, especially the topic on Grand Theft Auto 6, and it only coming out for console upon release. Like, the fuck? But yeah, like I said, more videos coming out. Thanks for watching, for whoever is watching and whoever's leaving comments. I know I used to have a big Call of Duty fan base, and I still have a lot of those subscribers. And, you know, I'm not really gaining subscribers because I do understand that I'm uploading, you know, non-Call of Duty content and non-gaming news content. Therefore, the people that subscribe to me for those reasons, you know, are unsubscribing because they're seeing videos pop up on their subscription list and it's shit they're not interested in, you know? And the people that are still watching, I consider those like true friends or fans at that point. Fans seems kind of demeaning, but definitely like friends. It's you're hanging out, you're talking, you're communicating, having conversations. So if you want to join my Discord, you want to get down on anything, links down in the description. You can join it, just verify yourself. Don't be afraid to tag me, ask me questions. If you need help with anything, want to know what I'm up to, what game settings I have, that's what it's there for. We have a small little good community of people that are more than willing to help. There has been a few bad eggs that have joined and immediately shown the type of people they are and were banned. So I do keep track of my Discord. I do try to keep it clean. It is a fairly new Discord at this point. I used to have an old one, but over the years and playing Grand Theft Auto roleplay in different games with Discords, I've learned a lot of Discord, and I'd like to start implementing it. It sucks that I didn't know how to use it back when I was doing YouTube a few years ago. I bet there's a lot of people out there I could have stayed in touch with through Discord, but most of those people that I played with and hung out with back in the YouTube days was all through like PlayStation Network. We were all just messaging each other through PlayStation or through whatever game we were playing, like Fortnite even. We were just using the messaging. And then once I stopped playing PlayStation and I stopped uploading, I lost contact with a lot of those people, and it really sucks. I know I said I wasn't going to commentate the whole time, but next thing you know, you're on a rant. I didn't commentate the entire drive, like, oh, I almost missed that car there and that car here. But it is nice to update y'all every once in a while. I'll get some more videos up, some more clips, driving different cars, videos on different games when I can get the interest and the time. But other than that, this was my new personal best. I think towards the end here, it was a little over 7 million. And that is, top like 250 people out of 80,000 that are currently, attempting these certified runs. You'll probably get sick of me driving the Civic, but, when I'm going for these high scores, which is basically a speed run, I'm going to want the best car that I can control at that time. Like I said, it's not really for the entertainment or the content. The pure score is the content I'm going for. And I finally get to these 2 lanes, and like I said, I took the first left. There should be another left up here that I need to take. I end up missing it. That absolutely screws me up. Yeah, if I would have taken this left exit right here and then gone to another left exit and then a right exit, I would have been back on the 3 lane. But I hit a car, hit a wall. I am now top 214 in the world. Anyways, that's all I got. Peace.